Jersey, as we bring in the two men who will call our game, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants.
You're gonna lose.
Oh, right. Yeah, guys. For real.
Josh Brown's got us teed up and ready to roll. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. His first carry. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
First and 10, it's Palmer. Screenplay, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Play action. Now Palmer. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Janoris Jenkins combines excellent coverage ability with supreme confidence in himself. He thinks that no one is going to catch a pass in his area. Calls himself Clamp City.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. On third down, Palmer. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Well, here we go on 4th down. Palmer. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Toss play to Jennings. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Manning to throw on second down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So it'll be first down here after the run.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. Down right around the 25. As we start to get a look at this Arizona defense, how about the interception this past week, albeit in a loss that Peterson had?
He's just simply special, isn't he? Look, he's been 5 years in the league, been to the Pro Bowl 5 times, 3 times first-team All-Pro. One of those 5 times he went as a kick returner. There's not much he can't do on the field, and that interception kind of summed it up. Acrobatic, athletic, sensational.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Looking for Cruz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here we go.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he cuts it out to the sideline. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. There wasn't a lot for Cardinal fans to be happy about in that game against Buffalo in Week 3, but Johnson did have 19 carries, 83 yards, and 2 scores.
He continues to evolve and get better as not just a runner, but as a receiver and the focal point of the Arizona Cardinals offense. He can do it all, but it's hard to do when you're down big on the road, and Buffalo really prevented him from making a big comeback and also ended up sacking Carson Palmer 5 times as Arizona tried to get back into the game.
He's got Floyd out left. He got 29 yards that time.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chris Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be a New York first. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run here with Vereen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Vereen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
On play action, it's Manning. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Ellington. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down following the run. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. Now the former Stanford Cardinal, Stephon Taylor. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Another part of this Cardinal rotation. This is Chris Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of people call it a toss, a probing play, to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Palmer gives to Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All right now, blue 95. Blue 95. Sally 19. Mirror.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Forced out to his left. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. Chandler Catanzaro, we know he has some leg at a 60-yarder in week 3. That's a long for him in his career and the longest kick this year in the NFL.
And it doesn't ease all the pain from missing the field goal that would have won the game with New England in the season opener. But 60 yards? That's awfully impressive.
And he also punted. Drew Butler was injured, their normal punter, so he pulled double duty.
Well, you know what they say in the NFL. The more you can do.
The more you can do what?
The longer you can stay in the league.
Oh, makes sense. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. One final try now for Manning. Deep drop. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing is Manning, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
All right, no analysis needed on that, but I've got to ask you about something else. Teams who have started out 0-3 so far, I think out of them, Jacksonville's the one I would still keep an eye on. That talent level, the ability to strike on offense with Bortles and those great receivers, I don't think they're totally out of it just yet in the AFC South.
Just what I was going to say. You and I were talking about the AFC South. Nobody looks dominant there right now. So even at 0-3, I think they still have a chance.
Yeah, after what happened to Houston and New England, I think everyone looks at them as not maybe being vulnerable, but also maybe not a team that's going to run away from them in the division.
Although only 5 0-3 teams have made the playoffs. We'll see if they can change that and make it 6. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Manning. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Defense showing blitz. They come out here in the eye. Floyd, the man in motion left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Let's go, let's go. 1, 8, mirror, mirror. Regular. Mirror.
Now they'll throw it with Palmer. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Palmer. Screen play, Johnson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They come out here in the eye. They run the sneak. Palmer, only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. Palmer's going to keep it on the sneak. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out with, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson Palmer, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterback, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And here the hook up good to Victor Cruz. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after cat.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Yet again, here's a Wildcat look.
Here we go.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And some space here. A beautiful fake. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Let's go, let's go.
Palmer apparently wants to throw it. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. Out on the right, this is Cruz. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw, it's Manning. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to...
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. One final try. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And after a defeat like